I'm Jamie Flanagan, and I'm a realtor with the Big Picture Real Estate Group. And today I'm actually meeting with PJ. So fun story is me and my husband moved to Evergreen, Colorado, and I was in a super bind because I didn't have a hairstylist here yet. So I was doing what all of us do, and I was on Facebook, and I went into the Evergreen Mamas Facebook group and ended up finding her from a really old post that she had shared that she had a cancellation. So I ended up reaching out to PJ on Facebook Messenger and asked if there was any chance in hell that she would be able to squeeze me in. And thankfully, she was actually able to get me in. She had a cancellation on Saturday and got me in the next day. And I literally, I was panicking. So it was really, really awesome. And then I came in here. So PJ, we met, and I was like, I swear I'm living in a Hallmark movie right now. And PJ, how long have you lived in Evergreen?
So I've been here for about 18 years.
Okay, so she went ahead and filled me in on all of the amazing things that Evergreen has to offer. Well, not all of them, because there's so many, but really just what's happening in the next month or two. And it was really neat. So PJ, what's your favorite thing in the winter months to do in Evergreen?
Well, there's a bunch of things that Evergreen does. Probably my favorite thing is the holiday walk, which happens the first Friday in December. And everybody meets at the lake house and they do the lighting of the tree. And Santa comes and gives all the kids glow sticks. And then they light the trail from the lake to downtown Evergreen. And when you get into Evergreen, all the stores are open, and
you'll be open.
We'll be open for sure, and we'll have some beverages for adults and for kids. And there's carolers outside and bonfires, and Santa and Miss Claus are here. And
where are they at?
I don't know. It changes every year, so I'm not sure where it is this year. But then you can meet all of the community, and all the store owners are open and usually have beverages, and it's just a great time.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And that's, you said
the first Friday in December. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm actually going to have a few of my friends come out and stay with us that weekend, and we're all going to experience it this year. So I'll have lots of pictures to share, which I'm super, super excited about. And so what time of day? That's in the evening?
It's in the evening. I believe it's 5 to 9.
Okay.
So they close the road off too, which is nice. So you don't have to worry about crossing the street on the main street.
So where do most people park?
I know Christ the King, and there's a couple of places that you can park and a shuttle actually comes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that.
So just to give you guys a little bit of insight of where we are right now. So PJ Salon is actually right downtown. And if you could give a little bit more insight on exactly where you're located.
Yeah.
So
we are kind of just off of the main street. We're next to Go Paint's building. It's 4600 Pletner Lane, and it's across the street from the parking lot's across the street from Cactus Jack's, and we're just offset of downtown next to the creek.
Yeah, so she's in a super cute building. She's on the second floor. Right when you get into town, there's a stoplight, and she's right there. Super easy to get to. And yeah, so I parked in Cactus Jack's last time. This time I snuck my car into Baskin Robbins. I don't know. I didn't say exclusive parking. So yeah, so what else in the winter months would you say? It's gonna get cold here too.
Yeah. So the other great thing, which is coming right up, is trick-or-treating in downtown Evergreen. So all the stores hand out candy, and it's really nice for the small kids because everything's close. And as you know, most things in Evergreen houses are pretty far apart. It was probably my favorite place to take the kids trick-or-treating when they were young, just because they don't have to walk very far.
You had mentioned a few neighborhoods too when I was here about trick-or-treating.
Yep, the Island is one of them, which I think is great for all age kids, and they block off the road there too, so cars don't go. And the other one, I don't know the name of the neighborhood, but it's right across from Wilmot.
Nice. Yeah. So we're going to check out one of those. We haven't decided which one yet. I have an 8-year-old and a 13-year-old. So they're both really, really excited about Halloween here, and they both have trunk or treat events. So my son they have one at Rocky Mountain Academy. And then my daughter's having one at Cheer. So we will have lots of trick or treating this year. Okay, so Let me think of anything else. Thanksgiving, is there anything super exciting? Well, and so as PJ mentioned, like once you move to the mountains, everything's spaced out. So even like as you're, one of the benefits of this video or the goal is to inform people on what it's like to move to Evergreen, Colorado. And something that I would say I would encourage you to do is really drive the house a couple times that you're looking at prior to making a commitment or even having it as part of your due diligence, just because like even picking up my kids' friends from school and dropping them off, it adds an extra 40 minutes because it's usually 20 minutes to their house and then 20 minutes back down. So those are just things that mountain living, it's a different experience. It's the weather changes too really fast. So like yesterday when I left my house, it was snowing at my house and it was 67 degrees here. So it's 43 degrees up at my house. And I actually don't know what my elevation is, but I need to check that out. Yeah, and then I was like, oh my gosh, and right downtown Evergreen, it was 67 degrees.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Just the difference in.
They are really good about plowing the roads up here though.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yes. Is there anything else that you could think of that like stands out?
Well, they usually for New Year's Eve do skate the lake, which is also amazing. They usually have, I don't know if they're changing it this year, but they usually have 2 different time frames that they do fireworks, which last year they did a laser show instead, which I think that's going to be here on out what they do, but it's fun. They usually play music and they have lights out so you can ice skate at night. It's really fun.
Oh, neat. That'll be fun. They did up in Winter Park. They did a laser show last year. That was super cool. Like we weren't sure what we were getting ourselves into, and then we were like, "This is actually I liked it better than fireworks." Yeah, personally,
it's more quiet. Right?
Yeah,
because it does echo in the mountains for sure.
How much snow do you guys get here?
It kind of depends year to year. Yeah, we generally get more than Denver does, but not as much as higher up. Yeah. Like I said, they're really good about plowing the roads.
That was one of the reasons we chose Evergreen.
Yeah. And the happy medium, and it usually melts really fast, even though we do get snow. Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Sorry, I cut you off.
I don't
about snow removal, or maybe just. But yeah, that was one of the reasons like we chose the foothills. It was because we have a house up in Winter Park that we have as a vacation rental, and we found ourselves spending more and more time there every single year. And we had actually considered living up in Grand County, but we decided to do a tour of Colorado. We actually looked at houses in Teller County. We went and looked at houses in, north, I'm trying to remember the city, Loveland, and we looked in Glenwood Springs. We looked everywhere, honestly. Like me and my family have moved a lot over the years, and we made a decision that this was going to be our final move until the kids were out of school. So we went and toured the schools. We went and rented Airbnbs for a week at a time to really experience like every town that we were going to live in. Yeah. And Evergreen kept coming back to us as far as like, we were told to look here by a friend of mine. And then we did look, and there just wasn't there, you guys, we've had limited inventory everywhere. Yeah. So when we came out to look, we weren't really happy with the houses that were available. And then we continued our search, and we kept coming back to here. We'd find a house on, I'd be searching the MLS and I'd find a house, and it would either go pending or we get in a bidding war. And then we found the right house. And so we are so glad that we were able to actually move here, because there's just not a lot of homes for sale in the area. And that's changing because the market's changing in a good way. It's not crazy. People aren't like way overpaying for houses anymore. It wasn't an ideal time as a realtor, because nobody wants to advise a client that they should have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars over asking price. But we feel really lucky. I feel like everything happens for a reason. And I swear me and PJ crossed paths like at the perfect time. And it was just like, it really was such a cool thing. She brought me a cup of coffee in the Unravel cup, and that they have Unravel coffee up in Winter Park, and that's your husband's
Yep. So he has several shops in Winter Park, Breckenridge, Vale, and Denver.
Yeah, so amazing coffee. And then I got to hear a little bit more. Then I went up to Winter Park to check on one of our properties there and got to see the coffee shop and had a cup of coffee and we had breakfast and oh my gosh, the best avocado toast I ever had in my life. Have you had it?
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh,
good.
it's so good. They put like lime salt or something on the top of it.
Oh,
It was so good. I'm obsessed now. I gotta figure out how to make it so I can have it down here. So anything like, how long have you been here at this location?
so I opened during the pandemic, so it was 2 years in August,
Okay.
which was really scary, but it was either going to be the best decision or the worst decision, and it's been so wonderful.
Where were you before?
I worked at Salon and Spot the Ridge for a little bit. Well, actually for a long time, about 10 years. And then I was at Tallgrass for some time. And then I worked in Denver too.
And then, this is your first time opening your own
It
salon.
is,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. I would have thought she'd been doing, had her own salon for 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a blessing for sure. And being in downtown Denver, in downtown Evergreen, it's just so fun to be part of all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
So.
And there's so many cute restaurants. What's the one that always has live music? It's like kind of a dive bar, but
Cactus Jack's, is that the one?
no, but Cactus Jack's, and then there's
Little Bear?
Little Bear. That's what I'm
Little
thinking
Bear.
of. Yes. So that was one of the first places we went when we were here, is Little Bear.
Oh my gosh, Little Bear has been around for so long.
It's like
Such a long time. Before we lived here, my husband was in a band and played there several times.
That's what I was, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering because somebody had said somebody had mentioned Evergreen and the bar that a friend of theirs had played in. And then I found out it was Little Bear. So that place is like a staple, I would say, of Evergreen, just to check out. But yeah, always have live music. Cactus Jack's is right across the street.
Yeah.
They have live music. We've eaten there a couple times. What's like your favorite place for lunch?
Well, my favorite restaurant up here is probably Murphy's.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet. No, I'll
they
try
have
that.
great cocktails and hamburgers, shakes for kids. Campfire is really good too, which I don't know if they're open for lunch though. And Creekside is great too. Have you been there?
No, so we'll have to try all of those. Yeah. I've been doing really good about we've been traveling a lot, so I was like on a mission. I've basically cooked from home since I moved here, which has been nice, but it'll be good to get out and check out some of the local restaurants here soon, because we've been really good about eating in.
One of my other favorite things about living in Evergreen is how close it is to Denver.
Yes,
it's 45 minutes to Denver.
It's like a hidden gem.
For sure, absolutely. It feels like you're so much farther from Denver than you are.
Yep. One thing I've noticed is when you're going to Denver, it's all downhill.
Yeah.
So you're like, you just cruise. It's like the easiest drive. My daughter goes to cheer in Denver.
Oh.
And when we were first analyzing that, we were like, is this going to be it's going to be a drive. We knew that, but it's not, it really isn't bad. Cause you're like literally all downhill. The way home, it's dark and there's not a lot of traffic. So yeah, it's been like so easy.
That's true. Even in the daytime too, if you're driving down, I think a lot of times you miss the traffic because of the direction that you're going.
Yeah, you're going like against it. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. I've learned we don't really leave like Friday afternoons to go up the mountain. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. To Winter Park. If you can avoid that, for sure. That's probably, so if you're planning a trip here, I would encourage like a Thursday to Monday, because you're going to save yourself on a lot of traffic time, and just everyone, when they go up to the weekend traffic up the mountains, and then you have the weekend traffic coming down the mountains. But it's not bad. Even then, it's not terrible. It's just, it's quite a bit more traffic than usual. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you were thinking about moving to Evergreen and you were comparing it to some of the other areas in Colorado, what would be like 3 things you would say, like really, like, this is why? So one of my favorite things is like every time we go away somewhere else in the mountains and we come home, I realize that I think Evergreen is just as beautiful as any of the other places farther up. And I don't think we get quite as much snow, and we're closer to Denver I just think the location of it is so amazing. And we're how far from Red Rock, the amphitheater? Probably
probably 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I
20
bet.
minutes from where we are right now.
Yeah.
And so we just feel like there's so much to do.
So much
close.
hiking. Hiking is one of my favorite things to do. And my husband likes mountain biking. There's a lot of mountain
Oh,
biking
yeah.
places here. And the lake always has stuff going on. You can rent boats in the summertime.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not boats, but like paddle boards
Yeah.
and paddle boats.
Kayaks.
And kayaks, yep. And then ice skating in the wintertime and just walking around the lake. Like I try and come to work early every day and walk around the lake.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's like one of my things for 2023 is just to get into nature more. Just
Mhm.
spend time like be quiet and in nature, especially
There's
being
so
here.
many
That's why we
places
moved
to
here.
do that, for sure.
I want to say that my favorite thing, I was stalking your Instagram
Oh.
and the elk. Oh my gosh. PJ has a video of the elk, literally, like if I'm right now, me and her facing her door, that's where they were, right? Like coming up behind her.
Yeah, right up the walk.
Yes. So I'll put a screenshot of that on this video too, but it was so cool because the elk are everywhere.
Yeah.
They go into hibernation now. So, right?
Well,
I had to ask
the
Siri.
bear do. Yeah, I see elk and deer all the time. In our neighborhood, we seem to have more deer than we do elk.
Yeah.
Down here, it seems like there's more elk than deer for some reason. I don't really know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, the wildlife is definitely one of the reasons that.
It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. I was bringing Hannah's friend, like picked her up and I like stopped and was like, oh my gosh, we gotta look at the elk. She's like, there's elk everywhere. Like I was like the dumbest person. I'm like, I don't care if I live here 5 years, 5 months. I will always appreciate the wildlife. I know kids don't understand it as well. She will when she's older, I'm sure, but it's so neat to be like, you're literally ingrained with the wildlife here. And yeah, there's bear. I've seen a couple things on there about mountain lions. Yeah. There's lots of deer. So we've got deer and elk that come into our yard. Mm-hmm. And we have picked lots of pictures of just like.
And fox too.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen a fox here yet.
No, they used to be around a lot more. I don't really see them in my neighborhood, but I see people post about them all the time.
We have one up at our Winter Park house. He like walks by every morning. Usually it's when we're sitting in the hot tub and we see him like walking by in the evening. They're so cute. So do you book by appointment? Or can people book online? What's the easiest way to book with you?
So I think the easiest way to book is online at Pixie Hair Co. Because you can choose the person that you want to book with and pick the day and figure out the day and time that works best for you.
And how many stylists are here with you?
We have 3. Carrie and I are on the floor, and we just hired Cassidy, who is just getting out of beauty school. So she's going through some training, and then she'll hopefully be on the floor by December.
So do you guys, so when she starts booking, do you guys do tiered, and I'll delete this if you don't want to talk about it, but like tiered pricing, like will her pricing be different than your guys's? How does that work?
So her pricing will be less expensive than ours for sure, which would be great for teenagers and kids and actually for everybody, but it is nice. Usually people don't want to spend full price for kids. So
do you guys you'll double book? So if I were to come in and get my hair done by you, we could hook my daughter up with Cassidy, right?
Yep. Cassidy.
Have my daughter go with Cassidy and all right. I like it.
Yep.
Do you guys work similar schedules sometimes? Well, probably still figuring out scheduling.
Yeah, for Cassidy, she's just coming in and doing training right now. Carrie and I overlap almost all days.
Okay.
We're closed on Sundays, and Mondays is our training day.
So you guys doing training today?
Actually, today we're going to do a fun day, and we're going to go have some services done on us.
Oh, nice. That's the best.
Yeah. So, but generally, we have Cassie's going through training, but then when she's done with training, we do advanced training. Monday is just our training day for advanced classes and stuff. Yeah.
Very cool. Anything else you'd want to let people know as far as any promotions you guys have or anything that you feel like you excel in really well or what you're known for?
I would say, so we don't, at most salons, if you come in and get your hair color done, while you're processing, they do somebody else in between.
Yeah.
And we really do not do that.
Oh, I love that.
We just really like to focus on each client and making them comfortable. We have nice snacks and beverages that we serve in between, and really trying to take everybody away from the craziness that everybody's going through right now. So
so I'll show a picture of my before, and here's my hair after. So she cut out, I mean, how much? Probably 6 to 8 inches of my hair. And I told her I have like PTSD for my haircuts because I've had some trauma. And she did amazing. And the color, like we did a highlight, low light, and I can speak to just the fact that it was like, I reached out to a few salons, and I will say, like, what you just said is perfect with how you treat your client. Like, I felt like I was family the moment I walked in here.
That's sweet.
And it was like, when I say, like, it was like a Hallmark movie, it's PJ's salon and this amazing atmosphere. Like, it was just so neat. Like, little to-go coffee, like super cute old glass jars that are ready. I had a chai tea, and then what's her name? Carrie. Like, they just piggybacked on each other, and like the experience that you'll get here. I used to have a salon, so like I know how hard it is to create. Like, it's hard to create like that magical experience. Yeah. And like, I felt really lucky because I feel like sometimes, well, as women, like, we'll go to multiple hairstylists and we're like, oh my gosh, I just moved here. Like, this isn't what I expected. I have to go get my hair fixed now. And like, I'm gonna cry. But like, it's so cool when you can come into a new community and be welcomed with like open arms, and then also get like the total amazing experience for whatever service that you were hoping to accomplish. But yeah, so Carrie actually was the one to put my toner on and wash my hair. And they were like, she had just did this like super cute owl cut. So she had a client in, and I'll tag her in it too. I don't know, I have her card, the lady who did the owl cut. So she did this like super fun, trendy owl cut, and so they were taking photos, and so PJ was taking videos of the client, and then Carrie was washing my hair, and it was like being welcomed right into a family right away. So
that's so sweet. Thank you.
Yes. And so my goal, I'm hoping that if you guys see this video and you're looking for a hairstylist, I would highly encourage and recommend PJ and her team. They are amazing, and I know that you'll feel right at home as soon as you come in here. And if you have any questions about just the process of moving here in general, I would love to answer them. So we do these videos as a goal to really introduce you to the different communities that are around and give you like actual insight on what it's like to live and be surrounded by the actual people in the community. So thank you, PJ, for doing this video today.
So
hope it wasn't too intimidating. It's never fun to like, it's a little intimidating to get on video.
Yeah.
And PJ had I didn't give her any insight on what we were doing. Just, hey, will you do a video with me on Monday? So here we are. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. And I'll put your contact information on the bottom of the video so people will know how to get in touch with you.
Great.
See, this is where we'll delete part
This is going to be deleted.
This will be edited out. We'll have a blooper reel. Bloopers of Evergreen.